see you guys. Good to see you guys. And boy, it's been an interesting morning. Before we get into this fake graphic designer, Jamie Lycan theory. I'm Lycan theory's daddy. I'm also Eli's daddy. I birthed all of you little shits. Let's just call it what it is. We got Diapers Fail in here. What's up, Tornado Town? Let's just call it what it is. I birthed all these motherfuckers. I birthed them all. And the only one that's, and I'll give him some credit, the only one that actually tries to do his own thing is Cuck Eli. The only one. I'll give him the credit. Today we're going to be discussing one of my YouTube enemies. And I use that word very, very loosely. Okay? And there's a reason why. Eli was someone I started a beef with that I beefed with for 4 years. I consider Eli my entertainment, my fun beef. I don't really hate Eli at all. Hell, I even kind of feel that I took it too far by spitting on his dad's grave. I think that was taking it a little far. Now, I'll never tell Eli that, but I do. The little fella didn't deserve all that, and I kind of, it is what it is. She does, exactly, my nose is long. What's up, Aries Rising? Jamie Lycan Theory used to run a channel called The Pill. And let's just be honest, it was a pretty gay take. His takes on relationships are more cringy than Eli's takes on relationships. To be perfectly honest. So back in those days, I always looked down on him. I was like, I didn't want to deal with him. Me and Jamie started doing business, and this is when one of the things that's on the list happened. You just told him, LOL, you know he's watching. Absolutely, Faith. Absolutely, Faith. But going to this Jamie character, right? So, he was always, I don't know if you guys understand this, he's always the guy that has to argue. Like, he doesn't ever just go with the flow. So here's the thing. Over here on my channel, we had the Gun Squad. Jamie had no audience. And so, just like I always do with friends of mine, I recommended to the Gun Squad, let's go over to Jamie's, let's help him out. And so Jamie began to build an audience off of my audience. Now, there's a problem with that. When you do that, you have to understand that I'm always going to be looked at as the guy. That's something Jamie could never handle. So what happened is the jealousy and the animosity inside Jamie began to grow. It began to grow. It's like a WWE tag team, right? I was Shawn Michaels, he was Marty Jannetty. And I'm like the tag team partner that was meant to be a star. He's the tag team partner that was riding my coattails. He didn't like that because he felt he needed to be top dog. And as we've seen this since then, as he's grown no audience but Gun Squad members, it never quite worked out for him. Never, ever once worked out for him. Faith D says he gets extremely mad when you disagree with him. Of course he does. What's up, Queenberg? And so what happened is the animosity and jealousy began to boil. Matters Moyle Brisk Boys says, Lycan and the two most beta creators on the platform, hands down. They belong together in their gay gang. I agree. 100%. 100%. Let me give a shout out. I just got my first tip jar just got hit. Oh shit. Tornado Town sent $50. Said, but let's get this started off right. Thank you so much, Tornado Town. That is awesome, man. Tornado Town be really giving it. I'm glad that you're no longer anonymous and I can thank you properly because you've been a fucking huge help. I mean, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Anyway, let's get back to Jamie. So Jamie, I'm telling you guys the background here. He apparently has 57 customers as of last week. So back to the Jamie shit. Jamie let the animosity build up. And then we got into it. Because he would always make slick little comments and eventually it didn't work out. So, Jamie, in the midst of all this, remember, I was buying designs from him. He began to try to flag down my channels based on the designs because he had the originals. So he would contact YouTube and all. Notice I don't show my merch store on the camera no more, and I rarely wear my design shirts, my actual merch. It's because he began to flag down the designs I paid for. We're talking about Jamie Lycan Day, just so you understand. So this started the animosity. So Jamie tried to build his shit up, much like myself. He made himself a little group and called it the Lycan Legion. Let's just call it what it is. In fact, when I made this stream and posted it and said this was the stream I was going to do, he immediately, now I don't see it anymore, but he immediately made a stream called the exact same thing. He made a stream, scheduled it for today, called 10 Things That Make JB Gunner a Beta Male. Just constant imitation from these clowns, right? Let's get to the bonus reasons Jamie is a beta male. We're going to start with number 15. Number 15 is exactly what I just said. The minute I posted in advance that this stream was going to happen, he created an exact replica, vice versa, of said stream. Much like Eli did with Morning Coffee, these clowns just endlessly want to be me, which makes them in itself beta. JB Gunner tries to be JB Gunner. I'm a copycat. I always have been and always will be, and that's a good point. Lion Legion, let's talk about that. Because it actually leads to the bigger issue. The bigger issue was that he wanted to be me, couldn't be me. That's why he got jealous. That's why he got mad. Much like with the copying of my stream, his artwork is done the exact same way. He doesn't create original designs. He traces other people's designs. Now, have you noticed how I keep doing my thumbnails always have cartoons? Have you noticed that my entire thumbnail collection now is cartoons? I can't believe I actually paid this motherfucker for a cartoon image of myself. Because he didn't draw it at all. I've proven right now how I can turn my image, your image, anybody's image into a cartoon. A simple editing program can do that. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't draw anything. I'm saying most of the shit he traces or uses programs, it's not the same. So number 15 is, flat out, the fact that he copies everything. Number 14, I'm going to show you evidence right now. And listen, some of you guys will not agree with this, but I'm going to tell you reason number 14 that Jamie is a beta. Is this the one? Yes. If you look down here, under political party, you'll see clearly that Jamie says Democrat. It's not there on, right here, his political party on his bio, right here, says Democrat. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to show you guys this because that's actually going to be number 14. You guys know I think all liberals are sacks of shit. You know I think all liberals are all liberals are beta cucks. To be a Democrat in essence is to be a beta. Because to believe that other people's money should be spread out to where it takes care of the non-producers makes you a beta. You're basically like, I want to stay at home until I'm 35. Other people's taxes or my mommy or somebody should take care of me. Right? To vote Democrat at all, to be a registered Democrat, I'm sorry. In my world, that makes you a beta. Period. No man votes for things that's pro-all. Nobody does this. Sorry. No alpha. Hold on. I don't know why I'm coughing so much today. Let me give a shout out to my boy Jeremy, who sent $10. Thank you, Jeremy. But I'm just being honest. And I know there may be liberals here that's watching me, and you may be offended. I don't really give a fuck. I don't give a fuck at all. Because at the end of the day, as a man should be about personal responsibility. And which we obviously know Jamie's not anyway. And we'll get to all that. Why did my chat stop moving? You motherfuckers stop talking? No. Hold on. Did my chat stop working? What the fuck? Or maybe it did. No. Okay. Alright. Let's get back to work. Sorry about that. Alright. So that's number 14. Any Democrat to me is a beta. Especially if you're a male. Why do you care about women's equal rights? Why do you care about LGBTQ rights? I'm about to explain to you soon why Jamie cares. We'll get to that. Number 13. Number 13 on my list. I'm going to show you guys something right here. Number 13 that makes this man a beta. He's Democrat because he thought the D was something else. Exactly. If you look right here, this man, I always thought it was a joke when people said he was a furry. This man's a furry. This man really dresses up like a wolf or dog or cat. This man cosplays as a furry. Let me explain to you what a furry is. Let's go on back over here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. What is a furry? Anthropomorphic attributes include exhibiting human intelligence and facial expressions, speaking, walking on two legs, and wearing clothes. The term furry fandom is also used to refer to a community of people that gather on the internet and at furry conventions.
Jewish and gay.
What is that?
If you gotta dress up like a motherfucking wolf to feel you're a beta. I want you to understand. If you need to channel your inner wolf, if you need to channel your inner furry, you're a fucking nut job. You gotta channel your inner furry. This shit is nuts. And yes, this makes you a beta. Let's just take
What do you want?
What do you want?
I don't want anything. I want camera time. I want a TV show. I want attention.
Yeah, but what about Jib?
Fuck that green motherfucker. What do you want?
This is a furry. This right here is what a furry is. You're channeling your inner stuffed animal? You're a fucking weirdo. And a beta. I ain't never seen a grown man's when a channel is in. Listen, when people talk about something being their spirit animal, it's not supposed to be an actual thing. This motherfucker took that whole spirit animal shit way too far. Man, let me put that shit back up. We'll go ahead and take that down there. Hold on. This dude really believes he's a fucking furry. I wish there were more real furs. Get the fuck out of here. Right? Like, I don't even understand what I just saw. So anyway, that's number 13. The dude thinks he's a fucking animal. He thinks he's a stuffed animal. That's beta as fuck. In fact, when I get done with this list, you're going to see the evidence Jamie Lycan theory is more beta than Cuck Eli. I'm not joking. Number 12. Do you guys know who Trim Hits is? Trim Hits is a notorious and very qualified, very good internet troll. This dude has been on the internet for a long time. Now remember, I've been here for 14 years. I've seen Trim Hits around and about for probably a decade of that. I remember, can you ban who? I didn't even see anybody. Can you ban who? Kelly? So, as I was saying about Trim Hits, oh, she was being sarcastic. Awesome. Trim Hits is somebody who I went back and forth with, but I honestly think he's kind of cool, right? He's a troll. He's been around a long time. He's never going to out himself. He's carefully maintained his level of anonymity. Well, let me tell you what. I'm going to show you the most beta picture you'll ever see. Here in just a second. Let me pull this thing up. I want you to see this picture. Exactly, I'm Trim Hits too. These two people right here. I want you to look how tough this looks. I want you to understand. These people are small people. Little people. They went to a town that they thought Trim Hits was at. As if they were going to do something. They both traveled from out of states and took this picture together. Look at Jamie with his arms crossed. I'm going to be honest with you. If you got enough time on your hand, yeah, it does look like a cover for a male adult film. Exactly. The other one is a furry. I want you to understand that this is them trying to be gangster and tough on an anonymous internet troll. That you notice how I say I'm far too busy and important to chase around just random people on the internet and stuff. At least if I was going to, I'd know who they were. These people went to some town that Trim Hits does not reside in. That Trim Hits you wouldn't know Trim Hits even if you saw him. But they rolled up and took this picture together and posted it. We're here, pull up, nigga, is what it says. I want you to take one look at this jerk off, Jamie Lycan theory, because he's the one that wrote, we're here, pull up, nigga. Like he stopped. Now let me show you what happened when someone actually pulled up on Jamie Lycan. There's a guy by the name of ODN who made a video. I don't know how real, wasn't real, that it was. And he posted outside of Jamie's house. Jamie, as we mentioned, is a Democrat. He had never held a gun in his life. He immediately went and bought one. And as you can see by the way he holds that motherfucker with with a teacup grip, he has absolutely no ability. He even holds his gun like a beta. He even holds his gun like a beta. He should pull up to the hoods in North Carolina with that energy. Yes. So I want you guys to see this right here. He looked real tough in that other picture, but this is what he looked like right after ODN pulled up on him. He immediately went and got a gun. Because he can't fight. What you need to go get a gun for ODN? ODN just wants to fight. That's all he ever wanted to do. And really, he just wants to troll you. But I find it really weird that someone who had never owned a gun before, just because betathugs.com, exactly. So this is the next. This is probably number 11. Number 12 was that tough picture he tried to do, where was tough. And then when ODN actually showed up, he was like, okay, I like guns now. You should have seen the video when he first bought his gun. It was the most cringiest shit. Like, you could tell this 35-year-old man had never held a gun before. I'm serious. Like, I guarantee you when he punches, you know what I'm saying? You just know when somebody's weak as shit. No, I don't think he has no strength to pull the trigger. At all. So let's move on to the next thing, right? And this is one of the most... Yeah, exactly, Jeremy. He holds the gun like Soy's holding the gun. Like, it's not even a dude holding the gun. Right? It's just oozing Soy. What's up, Free Game and KD? Number 10. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but whenever he has a disagreement or a chick leaves him or doesn't want to deal with him, you know what he does? The first thing he does? Revenge porn. Jamie is just like Sarah. He collects pictures of his chicks. Sometimes it's not even chicks today, and I want you guys to understand. He has threatened revenge porn against women he's never even been with. I got emailed last night all the different revenge porn he's mailed around. Unfortunately, I had to see his little fucking dick. But the reality of this is, he literally has mailed so much revenge porn around. I can't even understand it. I don't even understand how chicks still get with them. But he does exactly what SP does. SP, and I never fell for it. SP used to ask me for nudes all the time. I would never do it. She would send me nudes and then ask me for mine. I would never do it. Never happened. Because I understand the way they are. She collects nudes to use it against people later. He does the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Now, I would show you the evidence, but then that would be, well, that's just not what needs to be done, right? He's threatened, he's used this against Holly Nash, all kinds of people. The chicks, the nudes that I have are from his exes and people like that. I don't actually know who they are because I don't know these bitches. And I don't pay attention to none of these bitches. And if I read all the messages that were with them, I'd get it. But I'm going to be honest. That's what he does. I've never known men to pull out shit until I came on YouTube. Put out shit. Real niggas don't do that shit. Exactly. And God loves me. He's threatening you with that same type of shit. Am I right or wrong? Or same type of shit. I don't know. Right? 2 years ago, he had a girlfriend that everybody roasted on the internet. Now, this girlfriend made it very clear. She actually said a lot about Jamie. Revenge porn shit. I mean, he doesn't have any pictures of me. That's awesome. Good. That's awesome. Let me show you guys something else here. This is the woman. That's his ex-girlfriend, right? Now, in this woman's... Now, listen. I'm going to say this. I don't need any woman will talk bad about men that they used to be with. But sometimes when multiple women, when they say the same things, the truth is that it begins to be true. And we'll get into some of this, right? A little bit later. But some of these women have accused Jamie of being, let's just say, not really straight. This particular woman that I just showed you believes that he's gay, and we'll talk about the gay thing in a little bit. Because ultimately, apparently, Jamie cannot get off inside a pussy. Apparently, he can only get off while getting head, which is a weird thing, right? Apparently, he literally, the minute he goes in the pussy, he drops. There's only one reason that can happen, is if pussy doesn't excite you. The only time I drop inside a pussy if it's on an ugly bitch or it does not excite me. However, if a woman is attractive enough to keep me hard while giving me head, then I'm attracted to her. The pussy isn't going to change that. Let me see if I took a screenshot of something else that she had said, because this one was actually pretty good. She had talked about him. I did not grab it. By the way, this is one of Jamie's designs on his website, as you can see right here. Make America gay again. And look at what that says. The purple pill. This is on Jamie's. This right here is on Jamie's t-shirt sales. If that's not gay, if that's not beta, I don't know what is. But we'll get to all that gay shit here in just a second. The revenge porn for ex-girlfriends, the reason it's on the list is because I think it's ultimately the most beta thing you can do. These women come out of this telling the truth about Jamie. And he's like, if you expose me, if you tell the truth about me, I'm going to expose your nudes. I hate Anna's guts. And the only thing I ever put out there was her face with nut dripping on it. I got all kinds of Anna nudes. I would never put it out. Why? Because number one, it's horrible. I don't want to look at them. And then number two, this shit's illegal. How does he sell shirts? He has no buy. I didn't say he sold shirts. I didn't say he sold shirts at all. Just because, I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and get back to this, right? Number 9 on the list. This man, I don't know if you guys remember this, right? Showtime Lycan Theory recently did a road trip. And he came back. And during this road trip, he was complaining and whining. Because someone stood him up. Does anyone here... He draws, exactly. That in itself makes you beta. Does anybody remember who he was whining and crying about that stood him up? This is going to be another example of his beta-ness. He got in the car and drove to meet this person. This person stood him up for like the second or third time. Zia Sun. Exactly, God loves me. Number one, listen, I love y'all to death. But I ain't about to drive and go visit no dude unless I just happen to be on the way. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll visit Michael Jackson when I'm in Asheville. I'll visit whoever when I'm in your city or in your area. I'm not about to go gas up the car. He said I was upset because I wanted to take it. It's crazy. So not only did he take a trip to go see this person, but this person stood him up. And of course, he came back crying about it. A man stood me up. A dude stood me up. I thought we were friends. Shut up. That's the most beta shit everything on this list, like I said, is more beta than Eli. Almost everything on this fucking list. When I was just in Florida, do you know what this jackass did? He had his parents come up to North Carolina so I wouldn't do nothing to him just because I was in Florida. This dude, and made a video about it. He made a video, he had his mom try to talk about me. This beta brought his parents up to North Carolina just because I was in. That's a good point, Sifu. He hasn't had a real relationship. Every relationship he's ever had since I've known him has been on the internet. And they're always outside of his city and state. He doesn't have any local pussy. No local girlfriends. He doesn't have them. He just never does. You've never heard him say, I'm out on a date. It's never happened. It does not. The closest he came was MD, who he still had to travel for, or he still had to travel to him. This is true. He traveled all the way to Seattle one time, or up there, to meet that ugly bitch we just shown, right? And she pretty much was like, I guess come to find out, she was still kind of with her husband. Long story, I think they lived together or some shit, which was crazy. Doesn't he live just down the road from me, Pennsylvania? No, he lives in, no, he did live in Orlando. He lives up in Raleigh, North Carolina now. He lives closer to me now, actually. He said my mommy only likes the BBC. That's funny. So he brought his parents up just because I had stepped in Florida. And then tried to make a video having his parents talk about me. Once again, I would feel like a real bitch. A real beta. If I was like, Mom, Dad, you gotta come up here. But I want you to go ahead and... Because here's the thing. If you're so afraid of me, you're afraid I'm gonna hurt them, why would you then get them to come on video and talk shit to me? It makes no sense.
Hey guys, remember when a certain slurp tooth jackass
Is there a pen?
said that
Okay.
he was gonna come to Florida and made all kinds of like weird threats against my family? Remember that? Well, I'm just gonna say this. It's gonna be a little hard to do that when my mother's sitting right there.
Exactly.
And we're in North Carolina right now, obviously. I haven't left. We're still in Raleigh. This is my mom.
Hi, I'm Susan.
Yeah, that's my dad. Say hi. So, welcome to the Stone family. That's us. Not afraid. And, yeah, we're just normal folks, pretty much. But I want to ask you something, Mom.
Yes.
Can you tell me whether JB Gunner is a cuck or not?
Oh, he must be a cuck, but I don't know him.
He's a cuck, trust me. He's a huge cuck.
Sounds like a cuck. I heard him on the YouTube, and he's horrible sounding.
Yeah, and he slurps when he speaks too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm going
I
to
know, very
Jamie's house.
coarse.
I'm gonna stay in his
Very
room.
coarse sounding.
Yeah, he sounds like he's retarded, right?
Definitely.
Like he's like a few like IQ points lower than like a Down syndrome child.
He's even if I wasn't happily married for 42 years, he would not be someone I would ever want to be with.
Exactly.
Definitely not.
Yeah. And Dad, what would you do if you ever met JB Gunner?
If I ever met who?
JB Gunner. Would you pop him in the nose?
Find out what the JB stands for.
It stands for jerk and blow. That's what because those are two main services.
So that figures.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Later.
But it is what it is, what betas do. They keep talking until you get them. When I corner him, when I snatch his ass up, then we'll see. Right? He wanted to see Zia's son hole. Exactly. It's just nuts, right? But he was so triggered about the Zia thing, it was crazy. Number 7. There's this jealousy, much like Eli has, of real alphas. When people like me look at him and say, why does your hair look like that? Why do you live with your mom until you're 35? Why do you write your name on the orange juice? When we begin to talk about all the baitiness of him, it triggers him to the point where he wants to flag him down. The reality of this is anyone that is considered more manly or more of a leader or better than him, which is pretty much everybody, he wants to get rid of. You call me gay, you call me this or that. You should see the way he screams when people have him backed up against the wall with his fake logic in a stream. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. When ODN had him backed up on a stream, the way that not Eli, but Jamie screamed, my mommy is sloppy, I knew she would get into you.
Round 1. Fight.
actually
You brought up my father. You brought up my father.
Being a total
you
fucking...
brought up. You bringing up
see, now
people's
you're
fathers.
reframing the story.
No, I've
again.
got it screen
This is what I don't like about you, dude. You fucking lie.
I got
You
it
fucking
screen.
lie.
How can I fall? You're like
Dude,
Coach
I
Eli, dude.
fucking told
You're
you
like
that
Coach
you
Eli.
made videos about my mother first.
How can
That's
no?
the only
Yes,
reason.
well,
yes.
I'll tell you this.
Yes.
I
Admit the
made
fucking
videos about
truth. Shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up. The reason why you're getting so angry is because it's
Shit.
true, dude.
No, it's not fucking true. You're fucking lying. And you know it.
You're fucking lying and you know it. Dude, shut the fuck up, you little bitch. You know goddamn well
you are a piece of fucking shit, and you know it.
I am a piece of shit.
Yes, you're a piece of shit. And you made that fucking death threat, and you're accountable for it. No one fucking else.
You're real scared of me, aren't you?
No one else but you is accountable for making that death threat.
Dude, you sound like such a female little bitch, dude.
Call me whatever the fuck you want, dude. All the evidence is being recorded. And reported.
Oh, okay, and reported. They're gonna laugh at this shit when they hear this shit.
I don't give a fuck if they laugh about it.
The fact of the matter is you were talking about my dad in chat before I ever said anything.
No, that is not fucking true. You made videos about my fucking mother, and then yes, I said something about your fucking dad. After that.
Yes, you did know.
After that. After. It was fucking, dude. Show me the fucking screen captures then. Show me the fucking streams where I said that shit.
If I had my computer, I would.
Fucking do it.
Matter of
fucking
fact,
send it then.
I'll upload it tomorrow. If that makes you feel any better.
Go for it. Fucking do it.
If you would shut your
I don't fucking lie.
Tell you, you might remember.
I don't fucking
the
lie.
First time I was on JB Gunner's channel, he was talking about how my room was dirty, how I had an iguana, and he was showing videos of my room. He was showing videos of other shit, and he's like, "We're about to show your dad. We're about to show your dad too." And you were in there.
I didn't even know who the fuck you were yet, dude, until you got on my ass.
Well, I don't care if you knew who I was or not.
The point is that you made videos about me first. Admit it.
Wow, you sound like a spoiled brat little kid, dude.
I fucking hate you
right now.
I fucking hate you.
Okay, we're supposed to be on the same side here.
I hope you fucking choked to death.
Oh, okay. You gonna make some more death threats, little girl?
Fucking kill yourself. Okay, that is not a death threat. That is an order. Go kill yourself.
Taking out your trash.
Dude, shut up, you little bitch.
Stop, Jamie. Stop.
Good night.
Nice to meet you, man.
Psycho.
I'm gonna say this. You're lying and you know it. Admit it. Number 6, we talked about the impotency. But the reality of this is, if you are impotent, I'm sorry. You cannot compare yourself to other men. You can't be an impotent alpha. If these women are telling you, yeah, he kept screaming, "You're lying." That's what it was, Bernie. You're lying! You're lying! Come on, man. What's up, silly? I'm going to say this, and like I said, I'm serious when I say this. You cannot claim, if you are an impotent male, you have no choice but to be a beta. I'm sorry. Part of being an alpha is the ability to lead. The ability to lead not only men but women as well. And I'm sorry, as an impotent man, there's no woman on earth that will follow you. There is no woman on earth that will look past that. When you're like, I'll take charge here, I'm the man. Every woman in the world. Every woman in the world would say you can't even fuck. You can't even stay hard. And I'm sorry, if you're impotent, you can't claim there's a blue pill for that. Exactly. And I don't even like to talk about people's dicks. But I'm just telling you right now, you can't be alpha and be impotent. They're all gonna laugh at you. Let's call it what it is. In fact, that impotency thing may be number 1 on the list. But it's the reality. She's not even the only one that said it. But let's call it like it is. That girl isn't even the only one to ever say it. MD said it. Every person that we know that's ever fucked him has said he was impotent. Now listen carefully. What's up, Larry? If every woman says something about you, it has to... Let me explain this. I understand fully. Women lie when you break up. Women get scorned. But here's the thing. You know how it seems like every woman says that JB Gunner's abusive? JB Gunner will kick a bitch's ass. You notice I don't try to deny that? You know why? Because I know multiple women could say it. And the reality of this is, where there's smoke, there's fire. Notice what you don't hear? Women say I'm impotent. Women say I can't fuck. Women doing this. Women doing that. But they do say I'm abusive. They do say I'll punch a bitch in the snout. They're not lying at all. So the truth of this is, everybody believes that about me because two women have said it about me. Right? Now, if multiple women say certain shit about Jamie, logic says it has to be true. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And even if something's tweaked a little bit, or one woman says something, but when multiple women say it, you have to look at it as potentially the truth. Multiple women have said Jamie likes things inserted in his rectum. Multiple women have said Jamie is impotent. And most people have said this. I've never seen any girlfriend he's ever had or talked to that didn't say this. Holly Nash, I was on the phone with Holly Nash. She literally would say, she would play with herself, he would finger his own ass. That's kind of weird. I've never heard of a dude masturbating with his ass before. Even if you're the type of dude that likes your ass licked or touched, I've never heard of a dude doing it to himself at all. So they would be on FaceTime. She's sitting there fingering herself, touching herself, and Jamie is sitting there with his finger up his ass. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. No, you are a beta, sir. If your idea of masturbation is to match the fact that you see a chick fingering herself, you're like, I can finger myself too. You're gay. I'm just saying. To add to this, by the way, well, there's a couple things. I'm gonna show you guys something else. Let me show you. I'm just saying, it's way past weird. It's way past weird. The dude is bisexual. And I'm going to show you evidence of this right now. This thing that you see on the TV right here, this is a dude. This dude's name, well, YouTube name is Sayomi. Sayomi is a male. This video is entitled Rear View Show. This is a tranny on YouTube with a video called Rear View Show. Rear View Show. Now, let's get back to this. If you look over here where it's underlined, that guy, the purple pill, that's Jamie's old channel. This has been a while. This is years ago. That is Jamie saying that pink tank is cute on you. Let me explain this to you. If I looked at Bernie and said, man, that shirt is cute on you. If I looked at any silly as I want to be and said, man, that shirt is cute on you. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's talking to another man, saying that shirt looks cute. Exactly, no such thing as bisexual. You're right. Show that again, because we're about to replace this image with another one. Let me show you the next one. Let's go here. This is also Xiaomi. This is on his stream. This is a stream where we find out Jamie likes trannies, of course. Purple Pill Jamie wrote, hey, it ain't my fault these trannies look more feminine than most women do. Let's look again. Hey, it ain't my fault these trannies look more feminine, exactly, silly, than most women do. So, alright, he's already told her she looked cute. It. Then he says he looks better than most women do. Okay? I hear you, like, Legion. Let's go to the next one. Because you would think once or twice is a joke. Maybe. Let's get to something that's not a joke. You may never not. I want you to understand this. This is Jamie commenting on a tranny's YouTube. You may not ever be biologically female, he says. But the fact is, you're better than any woman because you don't possess the male-destroying biological imperatives that they do. Masculine nature builds and nurtures, while feminine nature tests and destroys. The only part of feminine nature that men like is what you possess. The beauty and the attitude. Men despise the rest that comes with the package. Men have driven themselves crazy trying to understand female nature because it's the one long shit test that never ends. Do you see this with your own eyes, gentlemen and ladies? If he had only made one small comment, maybe you would overlook it. You could clearly see he was into Xiaomi. You can clearly see he was into Xiaomi. He's just mad he can't handle the ladies, says Queen Bird. Exactly. Well, he goes impotent with them. He goes soft. That's the truth. Let me see if I had anything else in the war chest here. I do, but I'm going to use that for his burial. I'm going to use that other shit for his burial, which is coming soon. Yeah, I think that's all of those images. Good enough. So let me ask you guys a question. After seeing those images and his comments with the transsexual, because that's actually pretty big, gay or not? Because this is the ultimate thing that makes him a beta. You saw the way he comments with trannies. Gay? He should be called bottom theory. That's a good point. Gay or not? One for gay, two for not. Because ultimately this is the icing on the cake. Because if we believe he's gay, then he has to be beta. You can't be interested in dick and be alpha. You can't be a faggot and not be a beta. I think we all agree with that, right? He said, raise one finger if you think James wants to taste the rainbow. That's all I'm saying. Then, am I the only person here that thinks that him having a cat as a pet is a kind of faggoty too? It's kind of beta, right? Like most men, in my opinion, have dogs. Now, I know some of you are going to have cats, but I'll be honest. Closet Flamer, that motherfucker's actually pretty open about it. A closet flamer that leaves public comments on trannies' pages? No. Here's what he does. He's a faggot, but he conceals it like it's a joke. Right? If you look at those words that he wrote to Xiaomi, those weren't a joke. Those were serious. But he'll probably tell people it's a joke. Now, like I said, I wrote down on this list, he has a pet cat. Now, I will leave that one alone because listen, there's going to be plenty of people. I know about his war chest. I know about his war chest. I'm going to leave that alone though because we're public right now. But I will say this. There's plenty of help that I've received along the way. In regard, because I don't have a war chest. I don't have a single Jamie folder on my shit. But let's just say there's people that donate information, right? That's all I'm gonna say. Now, there they go. There they go back and forth. Anyways. Yeah, they can have war chests on me all damn day. I don't care. I can't be exposed. It's people have tried. But anyway, let's go back here. Let's go back to Jamie. When it comes to Jamie, like I said, the cat thing is kind of gay. I'll leave that alone because some of y'all may own cats. So I don't want to insult all of you. But I'm sorry. A single dude with a cat to me is faggoty as fuck. It's faggoty as fuck. He has news pick of JB. Then we move on to the next thing. If you circle jerk with other men, are you homosexual? If you sit in a circle or show your dicks as a group with other men, are you a homo? Yeah, I don't even mind people having it. Shirtless men on his page. So let's go back to the circle jerk. Are we in agreement that circle jerking is faggot shit? And if we're agreed that faggot shit is beta shit, well, there you have it. Putting around right now with Jamie. And I think one more person. Literally with their dicks in their hands. If you sit and hold your dicks in your hands with other men, there's no other chicks on there. And this was not like public. This is behind the scenes. They don't get no more beta than that. So now we ran through this whole list. And this one may trigger a lot of people. Because, as I said, with Eli, I don't give a fuck who you are. You better have a good reason as a man for living at home at 30, for living at home till you're 35 and never moving out. You better have an ill parent. There better be something legit of a reason. And I know that those other things may be more beta. those other things, I admit, the tranny shit, it may be more beta than this. But to me, personally, you guys know how I feel about people living with their parents. He lived at home till he was 35 with his mother and his cuck father, while his mother would bring home other men. Eli is not lying when he says that. BBW Susan 55, I think it was. This fat woman, his mother, fucks other men in front of his father's face. And Jamie decided to live there and never move out until he was 35 years old. Just this year. 35 years old. Living in the house, write your name on the orange juice while multiple people are fucking your mom. And your dad's watching it, jerking off. Now I understand why he likes the circle jerk. It's normal to him. That is my number one reason why Jamie is a beta. I gotta admit, it's hard to say that when I just showed the things with the tranny. Like, he doesn't have a single example of him moving out. Look at his back. He's never lived on his own. Ever. He's never lived with a girl. Ever. He's a homosexual that lived at home till he was 35. Registered Democrat. I have to ask you guys a question. Exactly, Aries. You've heard all of this. You saw the Eli one yesterday. If you had to ask yourself, who's the bigger cuck? Think about everything I presented today. And by the way, I'm actually going to bury Jamie. I'm putting together the pieces to his burial. Gotta give me time. I got a lot of help out there. I'm going to put the pieces together. I'm putting the pieces together to his burial. But because it's going to involve footage that I know he'll flag down, I'm going to put it on the Trigger Machine channel, and I'm going to put it together. Probably sneaking dudes in his window. Exactly, SMO. So I got to ask you the question. Who's the bigger cuck? Who's the bigger beta? Because I will say this. Other people are right when they criticize Jamie. Jamie calls Eli Cuck Eli, which, by the way, I created that entire name. He calls Eli Cuck Eli, but Jamie actually lives in the house. Well, did live in the house. His father's an actual cuck. You can't make that shit up. So I gotta ask you the question, with everything presented here today, and there's more coming, and everything presented yesterday about Eli, who's actually the bigger beta? I guess since Eli has been called, 1 for Eli, 2 for Jamie. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts. I'll tell you my thoughts at the end. Who do you think is the bigger beta of the two? We did Eli yesterday. We did Jamie today. Eli 1, Jamie 2. The pot calling the kettle black. Exactly. What's up, Sean? We are going to be in the stream here soon, but I'm curious about your guys' thoughts on that. Thank you to everybody that tipped for the show. Thank you to the people that did. I've been so... KD says Eli. Rom says Jamie. We got two Jamie votes. Jamie is ran by his woman since Napdo. She's the alpha in that relationship. No doubt. I agree. I'm going to be honest with you. I do think Eli's a beta. But I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think Jamie's the bigger beta. Eli's retarded, right? Let's be honest. Eli's autistic or something. I'm not saying that Eli isn't a beta. Of course he is. Hey, what's up, Michael Shannon? I hope you're doing well, brother. Let me give a shout out to Queen Bird, who sent in 5. I'm not saying Eli He said all three, all of the above. Yes. All of it. I get that. Because Eli's definitely beta, but I'm going to be perfectly honest. Eli's at least not gay. Like, I make jokes about Eli, but I don't think Eli's a homosexual. And I'm going to be honest, if you're the type of dude that will take a dick or suck a dick, there's no more beta than that. And I firmly believe that Jamie will take a dick or suck a dick. My point behind all this is I think that if you take the D, if you are a homo, I think by default you're more beta than anyone. And I don't believe Eli takes D. Hey, Faye said $5 shit. These are funny streams. I'm just, yeah, I know. I'm just being bean taste yummy. That's crazy. I can't even believe I said that. I'm sure that shit got cut out. That's all I'm saying. Is as much as I want to say Eli is beta, maybe more beta, but I'm sorry, if you take dick or are interested in dick, that's the end of the game. It's the end of the game. Alright guys, I just wanted to enjoy this with you guys. Those are the top 10 reasons, I know I gave you 15, why Jamie Lycan theory is a beta male.